Hi, welcome to Fertile Brains Solo Poetry Recitals, and I'm Dr. Pearline Priscilla, and I'm currently working in some group of institutes at Shirdi. And I'm basically from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, and it's my hometown. It's a textile city, Manchester state of Tamil Nadu. So I basically studied in Avila Convent from Coimbatore, and I have studied in Nirmala College for Women, BA and MA in English Literature, and MPhil and PhD from Avinash Linga. I have also completed a MSc Applied Psychology as a double degree course from Bioder University. So I have also completed my business English certification from Cambridge University. I have completed two levels, one preliminary and one bridge. So I'm also a writer. I have published in lots of anthologies, like more than 10 plus anthologies. And I have published my poetry collections in international publications. So two of my international publications are in Bosom at Rhymes and Word Warriors. So I started writing when I was in my sixth standard. So basically, I started writing in Tamil. We call it as Kavidai. I started writing poetry. So poetry in Tamil is called as Kavidai. So very short, small poems I started. And then I started to translate that and understand more in English. And I fell in love with English more, where I could express myself in English more. So my vocabulary was quite strong in English that time. So I felt to express myself and feel myself, I started writing in English. So basically, I started writing because I didn't have much friends. I come from a conservative family, traditional family, where um, family comes first. So we had lots of restraints. We have lots of restrictions. Um, and people didn't know much about, friends or so what happened is because of my color, because of my obesity. So I didn't have much friends, and I was alone learner in a school where kids, which is where they study. So all of this happened. So it was, and my sister, she was also sick. She had brain cancer, tumor, no more. So all this, happened to be a big, um, what to say, a kind of influence on me, negatively, but it kind of influenced me, influenced my writing. So I started praying more, having more faith in spirituality. I used to pray and pray for my sister's health, and this gave me a freedom and appreciating small things in life more. So I started to explore those genres when it comes to spirituality, faith, knowing our inner self, the inner child. Then I started experimenting what I am, who I am, and can be, and what I can make a change in this world. Whether I will be able to do that, whether I will be in, helping someone relieve their pain, and I will be very much happy to be a part of their life. So that's how I started exploring my own pain so that it can relieve yours. So I started writing to relieve my own emotions, and then slowly it evolved to explore the pain of others also. Most of my poems, my short stories are based on my own, biography, my own like autobiography, my own experiences, and how I started to write, how I developed my writing, how it gave my life experiences, my unique experiences, my relationships gave me experiences and some. encounters that. So this has been a big way in which I could vent my emotions. So writing became my place, my hub, my let's say my heartthrob, my heart, a place where it can I can warm up so that it remained a little secret. But once I started to do my PhD in English, I learned about publications and then I started the Then I was publication was a culmination of 10 years of my poetry being taught from my 8th standard till my college days. So it was a big achievement for me, personal achievement. Though it didn't reach big, but I still feel that you should read my poetry so that you'll be able to know the little intricacies of our life and the doubts that we have and the different phases of our life and how we can overcome them. So I started writing negatively, like because my feelings were quite like a roller coaster ride. So at a very young age, when friends and having a gala time with them was a norm. I didn't get to be that close with friends or experience that kind of thing. So I have restrictions. So if I go to school, I have to come back to home. If I go back to home, then I go back to school. So I was not taken anywhere. I didn't have any space to go for even a trip. So even to think of a school trip was quite difficult. So after a certain age, only when I like reached 10th, after I gained confidence of my parents that I could study well, they allowed me for a trip. So all this happened in a very slow and steady pace, and they were able to understand me, I was able to understand them. And though the relationships were strained, because of the traditional upbringing. I think now things are quite going well, going good. But still, my writings are quite based on my personal experiences and how my belief system has worked and how it has worked. So we do have ups and downs in our life. We do have lots of experiences that helps our growth, personal growth, and the people that we come to know about them. So when my once my mom sat me down and asked me like, you have published, right? So we have wrote some short stories, we have written some poems, and I cannot understand them because they are in English, and the level of language that we have used is not that clear. So I sat her down, and only that time only me and my mom we sat down together. And my short stories were based on my three generations grandmother, my mom, me, and sister. So she cried when I explained to her about the short story, how my grandmother was married at a 16 year of age and how her husband was not cooperative. She had to give birth to 6 children, though they didn't have any love between them because he was already in love with someone else. So their financial stability, their households, how they work together, and how my grandmother was really like an outcast in her own family. How her own in-laws, her own father-in-law used to beat her. So all that, made her cry. Like, so this is how my grandmother had lived. So this is how I have lived. I have forgotten my own taste. I have forgotten my own things in my life. Like my mother used to love to wear glass bangles, but because of my father's restriction, because he didn't like the sound of the glass, she forgot that she once liked to wear glass bangles. So all these restrictions and the traditional upbringing in our familial setup, we often forget our own taste. We often forget to understand the cultural values. In the name of tradition, our own sacrifices are being taken for granted, that they are taken for advantage by your own family members or by your own kids. So this type of generation, this converts into a generation. So we don't even know how to live our life, how to experience small, small joys in our life. For example, my mother likes to have great flavored ice cream. But since my father liked only mango flavor, he always orders only mango flavor. So she asks like what you like, and she never asks herself what I like. So they can change our life for the better. So my writings have evolved so much from there. So I'm planning to write more on such relationships and how we can change our traumas and how we have to talk about our relationships. So now I think more than the strained relationships, we have come to know about each other more. We have learned to respect each other more, and we have learned to honor each other. So though my dad is still in that conventional setup, uh, he knows where to speak what. So at least that much he has, improved. So in that sense, my poetry again coming back. My themes actually are based on our spirituality again. Why I always talk about spirituality is our religious connections and religious beliefs are totally different from our spiritual connection. So it's like one-on-one talk. You don't have any medium. You don't have anyone as a medium. You don't have anything as a medium. It's a one-to-one talk. It's a one-to-one relationship between you and God alone. See, when you believe there is a brain, but when you or touch it or feel it, until otherwise you take it out of you. Like you don't get to measure your virtues. You don't see your virtue. You don't understand. You just have an understanding what virtue is, but you can't touch it, feel it, see it. Same way, it is God. So it's a big thing to atheists as well. A message that I would like to convey that when your soul goes out of your body, do you know where it reaches? So when you don't know to answer certain questions, same way we don't have anything to measure who God is. Same way we cannot measure our emotions, we cannot measure our virtues, we cannot measure the hope that the human always has. Humans, we as humans, we always have. So that's the stark contrast between humans and robots. So AI in the age of AI and in the age of um, you know uh, what to say, we had industrial revolution in the 90s, 80s, 90s. So we are having an artificial intelligence, an era of artificial intelligence. So we have to think about where we stand. We should know as humans what should come first. Our positivity out of the negativity. So all these strong contrast in life made us to write a book of poetry called as Word Warriors. So if you can see, it's Word Warriors, written by Pearline Priscilla and Gipsy Dawkins. So me and my friend, we sat down to write about certain things in our life. I started it as a poetical verse, as WhatsApp messages, and she started to write back in verse. So we wrote in free verse, in freestyle, and like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, we used to write. We were doing PhD together, and she joined as a junior, but age-wise, she is my senior. So at the weekend, when I sat down to read all these messages, I fell in love with it. I said, let's publish it. So that's how Word Warriors came into existence, a book of poetry. So I would very much appreciate for you to go and read this particular textbook, because Word Warriors is basically on three topics where I write positively, she writes negatively, or in another topic, I speak negatively and she speaks positively. So it has an open and a closed. It's like a conversational poetry. So I believe in conversational writing, where you engage with your reader, you engage with your audience, so that they get to know about your storyline and they also get to know your own thoughts on it. So this is how we started, and I would like to read but a small topic from which we had a discussion. So there is a topic called as chaos. So I would like to read this for you. So here it's, as I have told you, it's like a conversation where my name is Pearl and Giftsy, so her name is Gift. So when I say Pearl, it's from my side. If I say Gift, it's from her side. Okay, so I will make the distinction. So please, listen to it and let me know if your comments on that. The topic is chaos. Pearl says, I rage strange, look up for a branch, strands of soft touch glistening. I run wild into the dark for the light. Gift replies, in the dark I rummage for the light. A spark leads to a fire burning not outside but within. The one the maker has kept within, just a little oil, I burn again. Pearl says, when I burn, I'm afraid I might burn myself all over again. When I burn, I'm afraid I might destroy like the acid rain. Gift replies, from ashes springs life. Why be afraid when the cost is all paid? Your fear will all fade. Be a believer again. Pearl replies, when I am a sinner and a saint, like Kamala Das says, I trade and trade deeds in despise. No prize comes without a sacrifice perfect. My hearts but be cursed like the cancer clogging bloods. Life, I'm living dead walking on earth. Gift replies, two eyes, one right, one left. We each have calamity struck. The right remained, the left left. Do we stop seeing? No, indeed. The living dead has a life, has a place. Bend down, look up, you can sojourn. Pearl says, I call to a fake call, I always do recall. I fall to thrall and enthrall. I still fall, the air can roll, the ground can bawl. What am I to thee all? Gifts replies, the future is tomorrow. You are living a present. Unwrap it. Queries are for tomorrow. You are faring in a today. You are faring in a today. Why chase the end even before the beginning? Pearl replies, my beginning but a dead end, my future a namesake, my desire a wormhole that holds no dimensions. Gift says, drilling through dead ends, shaking off the future qualms, distilling desires, hold on to the one who dismantles dimensions, the Alpha and the Omega. Pearl replies, I am not worthy even to utter praises. I am not worthy even to stutter myself. I am not worthy even to dust in spaces. I am not worthy even a breath to clays despicable. Gift replies, worthy or not, you are one of his spot. He's cast his lot, no denying again. He's called you by name. He's framed you for fame. Focus on the aim. Pearl replies, my name a shame, even in lips that stutters my name. My fame a crime, even in drops that drip my name. My aim again, even to tame or dame my name. Gift replies, whatever you say, he is still the way.
He knows your fears, wipes your tears, never will forsake you, ever will take you. You fall 7 times, 77, or even worse. He will catch you without remorse. Pearl replies, I know, I do not try to know. I know the all known in unknown. I know I do not try to know. Innocence is sure, very pure. In chaos, I know I do not try to know the you in me. The you here mentions God. Gift speaks. Resisting the you in me, magic all around. Tick tick, struck by panic. Thoughts are satanic. Memories are traumatic. Life is pathetic. World is frantic. Everything is chaotic. Yield, yield to the majestic. Yield to the majestic. Pearl says, unveiling the chaos, the one alone is pure. Unveiling the chaos, the one alone is pure. So, with this realization, I understood that where I stand and where she stood, and how in my negativity she poured her positivity into me, and how I came to understand how life works and how I could enjoy even the little things in my life with good friendships and good relationships where they can revolve you around into new dimensions unknown. So, with this, I felt amazed by the spirits that people around me have and how much I could be a blessing to others as well. See, I am the doctor to my parents, and I am the wife to my husband. I am the sister to my sisters. So, I play a role in this world, and I too belong in this world, and I too call myself as I, as Kamala does. Quotes. I love her poetry as introduction to self. So, um, though people might hate her, I love her writing. Like she goes out of the conventional ways. She's an unconventional writer. She opens, she trusts the readers more than the anyone else in this world. Her own family. She trusts readers a lot. She opens up everything about herself. So I think we should be more bold enough to understand our own being and ourself and help others understand about oneself more. So with this, I would like to, close with a small note stating that life is a small circle, like where you start, you come around, like wherever you go, you come around. It's like a boomerang. So whatever you do, based on the action that you do, every action has its equivalent and opposite reaction. Newton's third law. So based on same concept. So whatever good thing you do, it comes back to you double, and whatever bad you do, it comes back to you double. So the only restriction we have here, or a change that we have here, is time. When it will happen? Again, time will be the answer. So likewise, um, I might be a small little person in front of you, in front of the so many people around the world, big aspiring writers, poets, speakers and teachers and professors. So what? So what? So you have a place in this world. You are someone precious in the eyes of the Lord. You are precious to your family. You are precious to the people around you. So focus on who you are, focus on the people that you know, focus on things that you can do to make a change, even if it's going to be in a single person's life. Just be a blessing to the other and to yourself. So don't lose yourself in the name of sacrifice. Don't lose yourself in the name of, your loved one. See, 100 percentage we have, like 90% of love you can give it out, but the 10% of love, please keep it for yourself. Please keep it for yourself. Don't give everything out and then, you know, have that frustration in your life and carry that trauma to your next generation. So don't give that as a gift to your next generation. So I'm not talking about selfishness, I'm talking about self love and self care. So many people have spoken on the, loving yourself. We have like BTS, Love Yourself era. We have lots and lots and lots. I think they are majorly misunderstood. The idea is not about loving only yourself, it's about loving yourself and giving that, spreading that love to everyone else around you. So selfishness is totally different from selfless love. And we are not talking about only selfless love. We are not talking about sacrificial love. We are talking about only love. So even in the Bible it says, mm, love is the greater virtue of everything, everything else. So you should be shrewd. Okay, you should be shrewd. Even Bible says be shrewd. So it doesn't say that you should only trust people who keep suppressing you or oppressing you or victimizing you. That's totally against the norms of the religion. So if someone is harmful to you, please reprimand it. Please sought help. Please don't, misunderstand the religious aspects of it and then, suffer from certain affiliations that happen to you, afflictions that happen to you. So, with this note, I would like to recommend you to read my poetry and read my short stories, and you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Pearl.Prissy is my username. So you can just search for my name, Pearline Priscilla, and you will get there. So with this note, I would like to thank Mr. Kumar Prasanna for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. In a very heartfelt, sincere gratitude goes towards him and for the team, and for having me aboard and giving me this much of time to explore and give the entire whatever I had in my mind to open up and fill it out for you. So thank you so much for having me here.